when some women hit the big 4-0, it's like everything changes with their body. Suddenly, those pounds you gained are impossible to lose, and your pants, well, they feel a little tighter, even though your eating habits haven't changed.
It's like someone's following me. If you're struggling to feel healthy in your own body, understanding why can help out. Decotiis, Dr. Decotiis is a New York City medical weight loss specialist. She joins us now to help women achieve their health goals. Doctor, thanks for being with us.
Nice to see you.
So why is it so hard for women to lose weight in their 40s and beyond that?
Not just women, but women and men. And as we get older, our metabolism slows down. And I have to be really straight with you. Most of the time, it's not lifestyle. It's actually hormones. So when your hormones are no longer in balance, they don't work as well. You know, women in menopause, they lose estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Men lose testosterone. And let's not forget about the most important weight loss hormone, the fat-burning hormone, insulin. So insulin doesn't work as well. And when that happens, you can't burn fat no matter what you do. And sometimes you lose weight and you're burning muscle, which is the worst possible thing.
So is that one of the reasons that those weight loss tricks that we tried in our 20s and 30s really no longer work?
That is true. I mean, people say, oh, wow, you know, I used to go on the treadmill or cut back on dessert once in a while. And now they're like, I can't even have pasta once a month. I go to the gym and nothing happens. I'm so frustrated. And, you know, my trainer is yelling at me, but nothing is happening. And that's because, you know, when you're working out, what actually happens is insulin has to work harder. So insulin has to deliver sugar to all of your muscles. So when insulin doesn't work well, it can't do that. And the body revolts and says, what are you doing to me? And what happens is that your metabolism goes down even more. So it's so frustrating. And people don't understand that their hormones are so important.
Yeah, it affects everything. It affects your confidence. It affects everything, you know. Well, is there one problem area in particular that impacts most women?
Yes. It really is.
I know where it is.
Right? Our womb area?
What's the area? Lower belly, right? Belly fat.
That's right. And they noticed when they gain the weight, they said, well, you know what? When I was young, I could sit in my weight. And now it's all in my belly, just like a guy. Yeah. Who wants to have this big belly, right? So the weight distribution changes, and that's all hormonal too. And as we said, exercise doesn't really help. So if you gain more than, let's say, 8 or 10% of your body weight, you really have to get it looked at. You know, you really need to see a physician and see, is insulin working? Get a body composition scale. What's your body fat composition? Because that can go up. You gain weight, and of course you expect your body fat to go up, but it could go up substantially more than it really should. So that's the first thing I do with patients is not just check blood, but also look at the body composition. And if you're having trouble losing weight, I can almost guarantee you that insulin is not working well. And that's why all those new drugs that we hear about, you know, semaglutide, which is Ozempic or Rybelsus or Wegovy, and tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro, that's why those drugs are so successful. Because what they do is they get insulin to work better, and we can start burning fat.
Okay, so doctor, if a woman is looking to slim down where she can, should she be managing her diet, or what do you suggest?
Well, look, you have to start with diet and exercise, especially if you haven't been doing it, right? So for most people, a low-carb diet is the default diet. And that means basically a lot of protein and vegetables. Okay, and you want to cut out the starchy foods, you know, obviously the sodas and the sweets. I mean, that's killer. You don't want to do that. It's also good to try to eat within a window of time. So if you can eat within, let's say, 6 to 8 hours, that's really helpful. Because when you're snacking all day or grazing, you're asking insulin to work harder. Okay, so insulin is working every time you eat. So if you can just let insulin work within a certain period of time, that's really helpful too. And then not going crazy with exercise. You know, if you're on that treadmill killing yourself, realize insulin is not able to get sugar to the tissues and your body slows the metabolism down. So maybe just try some fast walking. And of course, resistance training with weights is great. And if that isn't working, definitely think about getting some treatment for insulin, because that can really make a difference. And you don't necessarily have to be on this medication forever. It might just reboot your metabolism and you can get back to where you were.
Well, it's certainly nice to have some answers to all that. Dr. Decotiis, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Great to see you. Good
right,
luck with your weight. So I think the two of you look pretty good.
Thank you.
Take care.